Welcome everybody to the SVR AN League. This is Webbo on the mic. We are here for the first race of the AN Championship, the newly renamed championship for the Adrian Newey designed Red Bull Junior race car that featured last season for a short period of time. And we can't wait to get underway for you. Let's check out the qualifying positions then for our all new livery teams and some great looking cars you will see with lots and lots of bodywork to decorate on the cars. Wilson Core started at the back of the grid for the start of this championship, and Lago Maggiore for Coach Dave Delta, I believe that is. Coach Dave Academy team. In the Kimi's car is Rizbak in P12, with Milo in P11 racing for the black and green of Brokaga. Stormborn, who some will know as Sandra, but Stormborn is racing in the Kimi's car in P10 out of Canada, representing the United States, and Burkestein Transport Service is Benz here on P9. Sparky Watt is the lead Coach Dave driver from Belgium, with Biggerwood in P7, who has told me not to watch him in on lap 11. Now, do we believe that or not? Just let me know in the chat if you want me to follow Biggerwood's instruction or not follow his instruction. And if we do get to lap 11 and with the vote is to go along with him, then do it. Remind me, won't you? Racing for Jan Placht is Biggerwood, and he's got nice try on the back wing. The Jan Placht team appeared to be able to choose their own phrase for their rear wing here. Message for their competitors. P6 is Brum. And he's representing Burkestein and the UK. Then we have Caixa de Pixels for Brokaga, racing out of Brazil. Predictably enough, we've got an absolute plonker on P4 racing for Team Mega and qualifying in 4th position, with Revelit for Jan Placht out of Hungary racing for in P3. The lead driver in the Red Bull Adrian Newey car is Finn, Darkstar Finn or Finn, racing out of Canada for Team Mega, and in the lead off the start will be Senor Fak from Croatia for the Delesi team, but also just he's here as a reserve driver. So he will not, I'm told at least, feature in the in the race. So it seems like we might need to just have a few more voices in the live chat as to whether we follow Biggerwood's instruction or not. But little bit of insider knowledge. I'm gonna start this. Gonna follow this race through from somewhere near the back of the grid, and we'll experiment with that. But I hope you guys are ready to get underway for the race. Let's get going then for the start of the AN division here. A full season awaits these budding top tier drivers who are starting in the AN car. We're underway to get going for the start of our race at Lago Maggiore. Just 15 laps await our drivers. The lights build, so does the excitement. We're ready to go racing at a cold and chilly Lago Maggiore, and it's dropped the clutch and go. A nice even start from the front 2 rows, but it's Brokaga moving forward, and then it's anybody's game as Caixa de Pixels runs through to the inside line, and we run then with his teammate Milo as we go round into the tricky and slow exit out of turn 2. Looks like a turn across the bow there of the Burkestein car for the lead Brokaga car, and that sent him flying. Caixa de Pixels, and then the recovery process is doubly difficult here. Let's have a look then from the perspective of Caixa de Pixels. What went down? He got the inside line and was right with Revelit and Webbo here as he collides into Webbo, thankfully leaving enough of racing room. Brum is then the next to tag the driver, and then they collide, unfortunately, and then there is lots left to do here for Caixa de Pixels, who tries to get the car running again, has damaged that front wing, but Senor Fak goes into the lead of the race as he was from pole position, and the lead 4 drivers get a little bit of comfort here as they run through the next few corners thanks to that early accident that befell the Brokaga driver, Kaisha de Pixels. We've got Brokaga, though, in 5th with Benz and Brum running 6th and 7th, but not perhaps for long, as Stormborn comes down the inside of Brum to try and get the nod ahead of the S's, but he's dealt with with very sharp elbows from Brum. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps he didn't see him as Rizback is flashing his lights. I remember that being a bit of a cheeky thing later in the race, but just sometimes the drivers have got weird button configurations on their wheels, and it doesn't work out too well. This is Biggerwood then chasing down the Bugstein driver Brum for a potential overtake on the first lap of the race. Down the inside goes Biggerwood. He's stealing the apex, he's rubbing, and he's through. Goes Biggerwood into 7th position, splitting the Bugstein Transport Service cars. Kimmies are in 9th and 10th position. Lots to do there. Medium tyres for Biggerwood, soft tyres for Brum on the start, but he's actually ended up going backwards with all the contact. Stormborn started on the medium, so did Rizback and Wilson caught. This race, just because it's 15 laps only, this race was a choice between the soft and medium tyres, not the medium and hard, as we've seen. Sparky Watt had some issues there in the first lap. Let's just see if we can find out exactly what went down. No, just his teammate managed to get the better of him earlier on, and Sparky Watt's then in P12 as Rizback is fighting Wilson Court down the inside through the final corner of lap 1, and Senor Fac leads us further up in the lead of this one. We missed a moment there for between the Team Mega drivers who had an issue, but what went down with Revelit? Well, he's managed to get that 2nd place from Finn early doors, and then Finn has lost a position to his teammate, sadly, at the start of this race. But keep your eyes on those 2 drivers, because I think things happen later on. Milo in 5th leads Benz in 6th place, and the gap's opening out nicely as Pat recommends that move from Biggerwood there. Jose said he's closing the stream if we don't watch Biggerwood. That's firm words. As I see, Benz has chosen the 2025 Spec Lewis Hamilton helmet on the car, trying to channel some of that 7-time world champion energy, perhaps. And hot on the heels here of Milo. So round the S's we go. Medium tyres versus soft tyres here. That is a surprise to see Benz quite so much on the ascendancy with the grip. It's lap 2. I won't get excited about those purple sectors as Benz runs down and gets that great slipstream on the back of Milo. Will we see a manoeuvre coming as Finn continues to follow teammate through, and they're playing a smart team game at the moment, it seems. But let's hope this doesn't come to tears later on, as Webber manages to hold on to the position for the time being. Milo in 5th. Benz in 6th with Brum down there in 7th position. Now Biggerwood is Brum's next problem to solve, as he is hot on the heels. Brum getting those soft tyres working nicely. Brum choosing, was that car 69? There's always one driver, isn't there, that chooses car 69. You know it. as Brum says, and he's gone. Well, I don't see who's gone where, but you can tell me. That's Ryan, right, okay. This is Biggerwood then in the Yamplacht Interiors car, the black and gold of Yamplacht Interiors. Wilson Court up from the back to P9, and on the medium tyres, no less. Really good looking Adrian Newey car there for team coach Dave. Really liking that design, really making full use. We've seen the Kimmy's cars, those look really neat and tidy, and very appropriate for the team sponsor, but very similar across the SF cars and the Red Bull Racing Red Bull Junior cars. Sparky Watt then, and then we've got Rizback down in 12th. Kaisha de Pixels has a lot of work to do. He's on the soft tyres. He could have perhaps switched to the mediums early on and got that damage repaired, as Senor Fac has disappeared. Look at that open, empty track behind Senor Fac after 3 laps. That is utterly ridiculous, and I think he had the whole division checking to see whether he was a full-time or reserve driver as he ran through this one after the race. But Senor Fac, this was pretty much a battle for 2nd position at this stage of the race. I know Team Mega, starting on the soft tyres, was starting to get a little bit excited at the prospect that Revelit might also be on the softs, and then were absolutely crushed when they discovered he was on the mediums at the start. So some great pace. I think that might be a Penguin helmet for Revelit. does look penguinish, doesn't it, for Reveille? So I'm enjoying that as well. So running through in that second position, the honorary lead really of the full-time drivers for Jan Placht, and starting to feel a little bit hot under the collar, I think, and being chased down by the double attack here of Team Mega. So we've got Milo in 5th and Benz chasing down here for 5th place. And there are battles throughout the field as Benz picks up a personal best on lap 4, just getting his medium tyres working nicely. Milo defending hard on the inside of turn 2. That forces Benz to take a different line and get his tyres dirty as he comes through, with teammate Brum right behind him and possibly going for the move down the inside of turn 2. Wow, what was that from Brum? Wow, what a manoeuvre. He managed to get 2 cars in one corner. Let's try and catch that from on board Brum here. They're both navigating this next corner, and Brum just clean. Okay, it wasn't clean. There was definitive contact there that time, so we will wait to see if the stewards have anything to say about that piece of positioning on the track. I think Brum has let the cars go by, and unfortunately for him, ended up releasing Biggerwood, who now is clattered into as Brum is trying to get his rightful place back on the track. Biggerwood moving all over the road, left and right here to try and get through, but there's no way through at this stage. Let's check out where the battle over the podium progresses to as they run down towards that fabulous roller coaster hairpin of turn 12. Mega Racing playing nice at the moment, as Spaffin says Senor is fucking fast. I can almost pull that off, so I'll try not to have an issue here. And Vader is just pretty shocked by the whole experience. Here is a potential saving the moment here for one driver who manages to perform a deliberate overtake for the one and only point in the race, and moving through into provisional 2nd position. Reveille in 3rd with Finn following hard behind, and getting that famous Finn line through that final corner and getting the overlap. Finn, the next one, queuing up here to make the pass on Reveille. This is Finn on the inside line with the metallic red flashes over black. Down the inside we go. Can we get through? Not quite, as Reveille positions his car, and then the different lines converge, and thankfully no accidents. Plenty of maple leaves there on the Toronto-based Finn, on his helmet and on the car as well. You can just see the Canadian flag on the rear wing. Team captain vicinity, not a fan of us painting cars full of our national flags, so we have to be very minimalist, and Finn's made up for it with his helmet design. As racing out of turn 5 and 6 we go. Now side by side, who's bravest at the S's? Well, Finn leaving 2 cars width at the apex there for Reveille to understeer potentially, and round the outside through the corner. Fantastic overtake from Finn, but he is on the slightly faster tyres at this stage because they're wearing through the wear rate on the softs, but they started on the softs, did Team Mega. Benz is in 5th place. Biggerwood has managed to get past Brum now, and I think he'll be fairly pleased about that. So Biggerwood going through. We have several Brits in the field, don't we, as Biggerwood getting the better of Brum there. So getting through the next car. Biggerwood in that 6th position. We aren't on lap 11 yet, so we don't need to spend any time watching Biggerwood. And a great close-up at that beautiful Bugstein car. No confusing when the Bugstein cars are in your mirrors. And yeah, looking really, really good. As I think we're nearing, perhaps, are we, some pit stops approaching here. This is that hopeless Mega driver who couldn't make his tyres last more than 5 laps and heads into the pit lane to get a change of tyre. So he heads into the pits and goes for a new set of boots, and that is Reveille and Finn then promoted to 2nd and 3rd position. Benz and Biggerwood in 4th and 5th places now as they run through. I don't think there was much in the way of fuel needed in the cars. And then coming through goes Sparky and Was that Stormborn? No, that's Brum off the circuit. Brum out onto the grass and having to rejoin the race, cuts across the nose of Stormborn and the emerging from the pit lane Team Mega driver. Stormborn caught out there and Brum way out wide on the grass. So Stormborn with cleaner tyres at this stage runs super wide, and this is a nightmare for a driver coming out on fresh tyres to have to face directly in front. And heading down then towards the corner, and obviously making use of that advantage with the grip on this early stage, and cutting a line through down the inside line, the slightly dirtier side of the track, but through and up into 8th place. Stormborn and Brun though will continue to battle as Stormborn comes on, but had to give up an ideal line going through the S's on the 6th racing lap here. Only 15 laps for the AN cars because they are a little bit on the slower side. I think we'll see something similar for the GT4s. I haven't seen confirmation, but the GT3 cars, they are going to go long and over the hour, I think. And they're sort of questioning their choices because they can't save replays for over an hour. So I'm not sure if they'll try and bring it in to under an hour for that main result. But Brum 9th, Stormborn 10th, Rizback, Stormborn's teammate, in 11th, and there comes a pit stop from Senor Fac in P1. I wonder if Pat Finn follows on this lap. Does he? He does indeed. So comes off the soft tyres. Senor Fac also coming off the soft tyres, and that means the drivers are then able to regain those positions. Benz has yet to pit and comes on through. So Finn down to 27 litres of fuel then through his pit stop procedure. They start on 60 litres of fuel, so much less fuel than you're used to seeing. And there is then Finn, still in the pit lane, and exiting out into 8th position. So teammate getting the underlap, working there, and right side by side with Stormborn. You don't want to be getting any of that pastel purple messing up your Team Mega side of your car livery there. Fantastic design there from team captain Vicinity, I have to say. But Finn cutting a very narrow line going through the next corner and trying to make use of those new medium tyres. Red Snowstorm says, just joined, what the heck is Fac smoking and where can I get some? Yeah, he was frighteningly fast. Here he is. We'll give him a little bit of screen time, shall we? As Senor Fac then with the Dutch flag on the rear wing. I'm told that the Delessi team actually have to have the Dutch national anthem playing in their team radio the entire race. It makes them faster, and as does the Diet Coke, it seems, on the side of the engine cover there as well. A really nice looking car and design, but Senor Fac, the pace, look at that, 55.4 was the fastest lap of the race. No boost on these cars. These are a very pure racing car, naturally aspirated, and it's all about downforce and driving passion. Frankly, they are slightly underpowered, but they give a fantastically satisfying feeling when you're driving them. Biggerwood is in P3 then. It's lap 7. We are just approaching that halfway point and running then down. Vader say, do you know what, I believe it about the Dutch national anthem. Yeah, indeed. Senor Fac then already unlocking some pace. What his outlap look like? It's a 56.7 for an outlap. 7:01, identical lap to his 5th lap. And he's out on the medium tyres. Senor Fac just showing everybody how fast these cars actually go, and making everybody have to work that little bit harder. Sparky Watt, not pitted yet, but promoted to 4th in this period after starting near the back. He runs through then in the number 73 Coach Dave Academy car. We've got Benz right behind him in the Hamilton helmet. And Ben's also running those mediums pretty long. So Sparky Watt's in 4th, Ben's in 5th. Down there we've got Wilson Court from the back of the grid in that 6th position. The Team Mega cars have come together once again as their strategies converge. And now we've got a tricky situation here where Team Mega have got to find their way past Wilson Court, who was not making life easy, although stepping out just slightly wide, puts himself out onto the grass as they go into the S's, and Team Mega go through quite straightforward in the end, but were delayed slightly trying to predict what Wilson Corb was going to do next, as Stormborn follows them through then in P9 in the Ferrari, Kimi's racing team car. You'll never see a livery like this again. It's a beautiful one, and I believe we can thank Solshock for the hard work on there. He's even crawled underneath to paint the underside of the car, such is his attention to detail. I've seen some baby on board stickers that might be appearing in the showcase in my news feed, so I'm kind of expecting a slightly more comedic view from the GT3 and GT4 drivers. That is to be confirmed later on. Milo in P11 for the Brokaga team. Started so well, but unfortunately 11th and 12th, it's not going brilliantly for them at this stage. Brum has pitted now. New set of medium tyres for car 69 as he comes through, and out of the turn 12 in the final position at this time, but with pit stop still to make in front of him. Revelet still leads us on the medium tyres. He started the race on this cold and chilly day, able to take these medium tyres. We have aggressive tyre wear in the league, but with only 15 laps, there is still the option for using the soft and the medium. The soft is a genuine race tyre in the AN division, thanks to those that limited lap count that we've got. Senior Fact then, who has shown incredible pace, another 56.5 with a 56.7 the previous lap. These are on medium tyres. He's going just over a second a lap slower than his, I hope, soft tyre first stint, but I haven't confirmed that. Biggerwood in third place, looking good out there at this stage in P3, with Sparky Watt in fourth position. Biggerwood, one of our casual race lobby hosts, faithful Wednesday night lobby host. We have a lot of fun with Biggerwood, so we thank him for his commitment to the league as well, and helping the rest of us have a good time on those midweek races. If you do want to be part of SVR Racing, do find a link to the Discord, and we will get you involved. And as long as you're a VR driver, you are very welcome to come and take part in whatever form of racing suits you, and especially those casual Wednesday and Saturday. Oh, that's contact between the Team Mega drivers. I think one didn't see the other coming as they go into the turn 15 and 16 double rights. Next up, we've got the final corner then of turn 18. Revelet in the pits, Biggerwood in the pits, Ben's in the pits. It looks like lap 9 was the time to go racing, as I seem to remember. We had Finn on the radio at this point saying, okay, I'm definitely coming up your inside now, and through we go then. And then we have Revelet rejoining directly behind the Team Mega cars. This was the story of the race at the podium paying positions here, and then this second driver for Team Mega having the job to do to try and be rear gunner and protect his teammate, while Revelet comes out of the pits on brand new soft tyres. A big challenge ahead, and already defending, I'm not sure quite defending thin air, but definitely defending on the way into turn 5. But it felt like a matter of time, I think, going through here, as Revelet then has dropped the visor and is absolutely gunning it. It's that 67 race number for Revelet, and he comes through. He's got the same rear wing message as teammate Biggerwood, but I definitely saw a different message on the back of QT's car, and the Stig have different messages on the back. And then we have the long run straight down the hill, and an opportunity then to get that slipstream. Big defensive move on the way into turn 12, perhaps too much of a squeeze towards the outside, but thankfully Revelet remains on the circuit, and well, yes, questionable race tactics perhaps, but no major harm befell Revelet. Wilson Cora's in 6th place, as Revelet then is trying to find his opportunity. Will it be revenge into turn 15 for that earlier instant through the race? Not quite for Revelet. Being patient here. I think he knows he's got the pace advantage for someone he out-qualified in the qualifying stages by 0.02 of a second, I believe, as he goes for the outside manoeuvre into the final corner. Really relying on the inside driver, not understeering, but look at the grip on the outside he found. Great manoeuvre from Revelit to make the overtake round the outside of the final corner, and is already back in front then at the start of lap 10. We're nearing the point where we need to be following Biggerwood, I believe, as we've got Wilson Cole, Biggerwood and Stormborn with Rizback also in the pits. They went really long on those medium tyres and have gone for a really nice 5-lap stint at the end. Kashida Pixels and Milo for the Brokaga team in P11 and P13. Can we watch Biggerwood on lap 11, says Red Snowstorm? I think we might. It's just beginning, is that lap 11. Brum is at the back at the moment, and he's going to regain some positions. He'll be grateful to see. And not quite, actually, as Senior Fact continues to do the job. Let's ride then with Biggerwood, who is heading into turn 5 on lap 11. And I don't know, this is the Versace outfit that Biggerwood is rocking at the moment. So let's see if his driving matches his sartorial choices. Into the S's we go. Good line so far. And probably get plenty of grip out there as we run through. As all the fever is built for lap 11, Biggerwood's lap 11. We are looking forward to it. It's actually a personal best into sector 2 already. Any cars threatening from behind? Not quite. No, everything is fine here. Through turn 12, he's going to make us wait for it. So let's see if we get anywhere. I think this is just a ploy to get screen time for the Mercedes AMG backed Yam-placked interior car. Maybe nothing's going to happen. As we still on a personal best, 0.8 of a second, going well on the soft tyres. Into turn 15 we go. We need a third gear down into 16. Then we go through 17. Tell me I haven't missed it. It wasn't the start of the lap, was it? As we come through to take on the final corner. Oh, lots of oversteer onto the entry there. It was a ploy. I think it might have already happened. Let's have a this is his personal best. So let's just see. It can't be. I think he might have told me the wrong thing here. Let's see what happened in lap 10. Goes for potential overtake. Did he just batter Rizback off the circuit? Is that what happened? Let's have a look. So Rizback heading in towards pit lane. Yeah, of course, Biggerwood won't know that. And yeah, that was some big contact as Rizback mashes the flashing lights button. But that was cheeky from Biggerwood, I think, perhaps, as he runs through. Let's have a look then. Senior Fact then is back in the lead of the race. Cutie says our plan worked. Needed the screen time for Yamplak. Still trying to get extra sponsorship on the side of the car there, I think. Vader said, I wanted carnage. Well, you can take that up with Biggerwood, but Senior Fact is showing everybody how this car can be driven. Finn is in second position and Revelit still in third. But gapping the second Mega driver. Look at all that room on the car there is for extra stickers. If these drivers are willing if more sponsors are willing to pay, it's a good-looking car. You can't deny as he runs through. Revelit then in that third position, chasing down Finn at this stage. This is for second and third positions. How does it look on board? Well, the gap is still quite large at this stage for Revelit to Finn. And it's also pretty large behind Revelit as it grows and grows, unfortunately, as the soft to medium tyre strategy appeared not to be working particularly well for Team Mega, and certainly for their second driver. Biggerwood is in 5th place. Well, now this is saying it's his lap 11. I don't quite understand what's happening here, but it's saying it's his lap 11. Maybe I didn't skip back forward a lap, but we know that how lap 11 finishes for Biggerwood is just fine. So, yeah. Oh, trolled by Biggerwood last night. Never believe Biggerwood, I think is the lesson here. Sparky Watt is doing his best. He's got a great, that's a very sort of Jock and Rin reminiscent black with the Belgian flag line around the visor. I like that from him. He's got a big fat Discord icon on their nose of Team Delta. Now, I might not do this for every team, because we've kind of done this for lots of them. But yeah, they're definitely looking good out there. Gone for a white central stripe down the car. I really like this this geometric overlay on the wrap. SVR there with the Red Bull as well, with SimGrid sponsorship. Hector Race Engineer, brilliant. Actually asymmetrical with his sticker choices as well, Coach Dave. And rocking the Firestone tyres as well. Not that the Firestone branding gets a great deal of exposure with these closed wheel units. Benz is in 7th, and Kaiser de Pixels in 8th. Now, Kaiser de Pixels, has he got a different front and rear wing element? He's almost using some teal colours there on the front and rear wing. Let's just compare that to Milo. Is that the same, or is that perhaps a variation? No, that teal colour, I was not expecting that from Brocarga, it has to be said, but I don't hate it. Looks good. Stormborn running in 10th place with Wilson Court, with Risbach, who really needs to recode that button choice here. I don't quite know what was just going on for Risbach, but he found an alternate route there, but he's flashing those headlights all the time. Down we go then. Still plenty of hard fighting for 10th, 11th and 12th positions. Risbach might as well have dirt tyres on at this stage, because he's just seeing the track limit lines as mere suggestions to how to go racing. Wilson Core is bullying Stormborn here, absolutely mashing that rear diffuser. Round the outside as Stormborn sensibly takes the inside line, but Wilson Core round the outside with the soft tyres takes that position. That was a nice move eventually, but did come with a little bit of contact in front, and that is soft tyre versus soft tyre. QT saying we've got headlights wired to the throttle. Well, let's get it fixed, shall we? That's what we want. As Red Snowstorm says, just wait till you see our GT3 livery. I can't wait. I really can't. I hope. Are you in Coach Dave, Red? Because that would be appropriate, as we want to wait to see. Yeah, Vader said, why I did hear a lot of why is he throwing lights in my team radio. Absolutely. I was getting that too from my seat. And Brum runs at the back of the grid. And you can see some of the steward decisions that were made against Brum as an example to the drivers throughout the different divisions of the league on the SVR Racing channel. Those have been released in the last couple of days. At SVR-Racing is where we need you to subscribe for the top division, the S1 this season, as well as replays coming onto that channel after an 8-day delay after they've appeared on my channel. And also the full library of previous SVR races are available on the playlist on that channel as well, on SVR-Racing. So Red Snowstorm saying, I'm Kimmy's. Oh, that's a shame. When I was previewing earlier, I saw some stickers in my newsfeed that had like baby on board and a baby silhouette urinating. So I'm excited to see some comedic stickers going on that Kimmy's Racing team car. Through into Team Mega 2nd and 4th still. Biggerwood in 5th, running on lap 13 at the moment. Oh, looking pretty loose out there. And kicking up, I think it was grass rather than sparks this time. And Sparky Watts behind him is following to try and take that 6th position. Biggerwood on the soft tyres running through, but Sparky has some damage on the car at this stage. But Senior Fact leads from Finn and Revelit on lap 14 of 15. We are closing in. This has been a lightning fast race, despite the fact that these are probably the lowest powered cars. Yes, the lowest powered cars in the league, in the VR Sim Racing World Championship here. Red saying someone a bit crazy with the livery. Good. We like crazy. We like it when Sol goes crazy. And in P6 then, Sparky Watt then unable with that damage to really make any headway on the 5th place of Biggerwood. Still battling like crazy. Wilson Chorus in 9th position. And then we've got Stormborn, Milo and Risbach. Red has managed to get me confused now. I'm reading Snowstorm when I see Stormborn. We've got Stormborn then in P10, Milo in 11th and Risbach in P12. So very, very close racing, even at the closing stages of this race. And Brum is in the background there and seeing as we continue to flash the lights for Risbach. Brum is running in that position, and that was a mistake for Wilson Core. What a shame, because Wilson Core had been having an absolutely belter of a race, starting right at the back. I will get you a good camera angle in a moment. Here we go. Trying to widen the track there. Onto the throttle. With full throttle, half on a curve. That's what did it. Bang! Ouch. That was a nasty impact for Wilson Core as he reverses onto the main part of the track. Thankfully, Brum was able to find a way through, but deposing himself down to last position. Absolute crying shame. It's looking good though at the moment for Senor Fak. Couldn't be easier, frankly, for our Croatian Delesi driver, as he is owning this field right now. Finn is in second place, and I think he can see Revelit in his mirrors, but on the final lap, Finn will be feeling a little bit more comfortable at this stage. Medium tyres, might be looking at that fuel tank and questioning it a little bit, but I remember him on radio saying, no, I'm good, as we started the final lap. Good for fuel. Senor Fak, looking to claim every plaudit going. I'm sorry, look at those lap times on the right-hand side of the screen. We were impressed earlier on with some of those lap times on the previous stream, but that is astonishing. Biggerwood, we all hate you. You just showed up, and we tried to watch you for lap 11, and absolutely nothing happened. So send your hate by way of Biggerwood. He is now watching live with us. Corner has the second highest kill count on the track, says Vader. Absolutely. It is a tough one. It is definitely a tough one. But Senor Fak then in that first position and coming through with 3 corners left to go. The 333 is going to make it an absolutely perfect run here. Never hurried, never worried about anything through this qualifying and race procedure. Senor Fak takes the first race of the AN division by absolute storm, thrashes the field with a tremendous performance there, and wins in Lago Maggiore, as Finn will come through to take the final corner now. That is quite the delay to Senor Fak's pace, but Finn taking a great and hard-earned second position for Team Mega. Revelit for Jamplakt Interiors in third place, showing fantastically as the challenge faded late on here for this showboating, hopeless driver who completes a 4th position for Team Mega. And Biggerwood will come round then the final turn, and it was an interesting race for Biggerwood. It was a very uninteresting lap 11, and he comes through to cross the line in P5. Sparky in P6. Congratulations to them, lead drivers of their respective teams. Not Jamplak, but lead driver of Coach Dave. Then Kaisha de Pixels ended up beating his teammate into 7th. Ben's across the line, the lead driver for Buckstein today in 8th. Coming on through then out of the final corner, everybody on the lead lap is Stormborn in P9. Then we have Milo in 10th, and Risbach and Brum will fight right to the death, 11th and 12th position. Sadly, Wilson Court had flashes of amazing brilliance through the race, but finished where he started in P13, and that might have been a shade of anger there as he crossed the line to finish up. Really grateful to everybody. There is your finishing order. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the engagement in the channel. Do remember that there are many ways to show your appreciation, and we really appreciate it here on the channel for all the fantastic work you've all done. So big thank you to you all. That is all of the downforce cars complete for this racing week. Do tune in right here on Sunday for the GT3 division, and then later the replay will be for the GT4 division on Sunday at race time, the typical and usual race time for SVR. We're really in the thick of it here now. We still have 2 races to go at Lago Maggiore for the first round of the Simracing VR Simracing World Championship. Thanks so much everybody for watching, and we will catch you on the next race day.